And we're having coffee in my beautiful mug. That cute little thing. Those mugs always get me. When there's a little picture there, I get to look at. Why? Who knows? Welcome. It is Monday. It's a cold, gray, kind of snowy, rainy, wherever you are, sub-zero Monday. As winter often is sub-zero. I saw an emotionally manipulative weather report about sub-zero temperatures in North Dakota. Yep, it's winter in North Dakota, and sub-zero is not all that unusual. Now, in Atlanta, yes, it's not sub-zero, but freezing temperatures. So we've got some cold weather. It is winter. Things are different than they have been. That's not hard to recognize. But do your best not to be manipulated by the sensationalism, by the emotionalism of all that's coming at us in so many different ways. So, pretty pointed, kind of pull your panties up now and be the big girl, big guy that you are. Time to quit whining, time to stop looking from a very temporal, moment to moment perspective, time to step into the divine aspect, the higher perspective of all that is going on, the bigger picture. The day-to-day stuff is happening, but it's kind of like when you're a child, and there's a fair amount of this in the reading, when you're a child, you only see what's right in front of you. You don't see the historical aspect of what's going on, which is why you need your parents to help keep you safe, because you don't understand the possibility from a child's perspective. It is time to move from a child's perspective into, this is the counselor. Isn't that a gorgeous card? The counselor perspective. This is the 12 of water in the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And this is stepping into your wise one, stepping into and asking for, I teach that mantra over and over. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. This isn't the how perspective, because the how is where humanity, the humanists in us, get lost. The how isn't my business. I want the guidance to understand when I'm in the mud wrestling with pigs, rather than standing above it watching the pigs wrestle. As we get caught up in all the emotional aspect of what we believe is going on, because the truth is, the only reason we think certain things are going on is because somebody in the media type world, social media, mainstream media, far left media, far right media, are telling us these things could be going on. And what we need to do is check in with our wiser, higher perspective. And that's that mantra. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. Giving them permission to come in and help you see things in a more holistic way, from a higher perspective. Many of us are in the forest and we can't see it because there's so darn many trees. That's where the media wants to keep us. Easy to manipulate, easy to move into fear. And so the next card that comes up is the Child in reverse. It's like, it is time to quit looking from that immature, I only see what's right here and I believe everything that everybody tells me perspective, and go more inward and upward, connecting to your guides, your angels, your companions, whoever you believe that to be. That's not the important part, who or what you call them. It is your light team, your higher power, your own higher wisdom. That I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready is going to give you the taps on the shoulders, the understandings through the what resonates within you. And so many things have produced, when you don't know to trust yourself, then you'll fall for quote unquote anything. So The lack of self-trust is what puts us in that place of easy manipulation, that continuous connection. You can call it prayer to God. It does not matter what you call that higher power. It is that you call them that gives them permission to come in and help guide you to the trust of self. So the next card that came up was the Queen of Water. Beautiful. We had the Counselor, and almost right behind that is the Queen of Water. And this also came up in reverse. And the Queen of Water is use your common sense in reverse. This is don't get into the emotional fray. That's, you know, as a high empath, I have been accused of being unfeeling at times because I have to pull back from the feelingness because I can get very caught up and sucked under by going in and identifying. I will go in briefly, feel the feelings, and let it go. Come back out of that and then shed the love, the peace, the comfort, whatever is needed. But I cannot stay there. And many of the empaths, many of the feelers have also been victimized in life. Light workers tend to be victimized, especially early in childhood, because the light shone so brightly. Those in darkness wanted that light and sought to take it from us. Getting stuck in the victim is where we have a big issue with living our truest path here. When you identify too much with the victim, you know, and again, this can sound really unfeeling, but the truth is, I believe the truth is we came into this world. We agreed before we stepped into this lifetime how we wanted to travel, what it was we wanted to learn, experiences and that we wanted to grow from. Not always easy, sometimes incredibly challenging, but it is the divine self-empowerment aspect that goes, okay, what did I bring this for? What did I want to learn from this? And then it is possible to let it go. The ones who sit and spin are the ones that have not yet understood that they are the creators of this life with God, the universe, the central sun, the great I am. And you are creating with every thought, with every word, with your beliefs. And it is within that the change needs to come. Inviting your angels, guides, companions in, open, willing, and ready, guide me, is the way to gain that higher perspective of what is really going on with you, with the world. The world is shifting. The whole world is shifting. I got a post this morning or an email from a lovely friend member of a group I'm in. And these are the protests you can participate in. I don't have time or energy for this temporal stuff because the world is shifting. It is how I choose to deal with it. In fear and powerlessness are what I feel in those protests. And I believe that the shifts that are happening need to happen. It is disruption. And personally, in our government, I totally am behind the disruption. We can't keep going the way we're going. We can't keep solving the problem with the same mind that created it. So going through the governmental bodies that have been holding all this crap in, all the waste, all the weird spending aspects, all the fraud, it's like the fox watching the hen house. We have to go in differently. We all have opinions about how that should happen. I know that the disruption that is happening is absolutely what is supposed to happen in the bigger scheme of things, not just our government. This is throughout the world. The people are uprising and going in and going, yes, I like this, yes, I don't. You have to do what you are convicted to do. But if you are coming from a place of victim, it is not a powered place. It is a powerless place. So go in as a divine empowered individual, asking to be shown the higher perspective. there is so much fear being propagated right now about everything, because fear is easy to manipulate. And fear is how we cannot walk through the world in our power. So getting into your power and then choosing what resonates, what absolutely clicks into my heart space, knowing. And for many of you, it is that get out and be this voice of protest in the world. And for others, it is not. It is to do the inner work we must do to be the light workers, way showers that we are. And so the next card that came up is the youth, the 3 of fire. And the youth is about no longer accepting everything people tell you and rebelling against what has come before in your understanding. We know that's what the teenager does, getting them ready to walk out into the world. And that's what this is doing. Yes, it is a time of inner discontent. And that is necessary for us to do the work and change we need to do. At times, it seems very much like a punishment, or like the discontent, the things that are shifting are punishment. But the truth is, it is growth. We have to move into this place of some chaotic change throughout the world in order for change to occur. Change is rarely embraced as good, because we always decide that when change faces us, we go, oh my gosh, it's the unknown. And we often, almost all the time, will go, I don't know about this, so I'm going to just choose it. It's going to be hard, terrible, no good, very bad. It is in the embracing of, what can I affect here? What can I grow with? How can I learn from this? That you stand in your power and you step in and go, I am open, willing, and ready to be guided into my highest, best next step. When you are out in the world trying to change everything for everybody else, you're assuming that you know what is best. And that is truly what a good portion of the country is rebelling against. It is that big brother, that huge government. I've heard throughout the years, one of the scariest statements is, relax everybody, the government's here to help. We had an organization called FEMA that was for our federal emergency management assistance. And they used the money unwisely, so that when we had a federal emergency or two, there wasn't the money left for our people. We chose to use it. We didn't, but they chose to use it. All of this stuff needs to stop and be reformulated. And that usually comes with a great tumultuousness. The Mother Earth is starting to rumble all over the world in her shifting sands. And for some, it's going to be very painfully real. Others, we're going to be watching it. We don't know. What we want to do is embrace that higher perspective of change is going to happen. What is my part in making this as easy as it can be, bringing in the softness of the love, the peace, the comfort energy that I can give to the world. I can't go to every spot and physically help people. And there are lovely, lovely light workers that are doing that. But I can, in my energy, make a difference in what I'm carrying and what I'm sharing. This is all about personal empowerment. The next card that came up was the 1 of fire in reverse. And we're going to look at that because I don't remember what it was. The Ace of Fire. The Ace of Fire represents times of uncertainty. You are not sure of what you want, so you may procrastinate and do everything but what you know you should be doing. To help you pass this blockage, the Ace Reverse asks you to look within and clarify your objectives. Go within. This is what each and every one of us can do. We can't go to every spot. We can't right every wrong. We can't fix for our brothers and sisters every physical thing that is going on with them. But we can go within work our own energy so that we are sharing higher vibration, we can make some of the shifting sands easier, more gentle. We cannot change everyone's chosen path in this lifetime. That is very much an empowered perspective that many of you victimology people are not going to like. I would never choose this kind of thing. Well, I beg to differ. You chose all the challenging stuff in your life as learning opportunities. As you dig your heels in and whine and cry and protest, you're prolonging the experience of discomfort and disharmony within you. When you jump in and go, how can I learn and grow? Then you can understand how this is played out, what it's doing for you, how you can grow with it, and you can let it go. And then you can be there to assist someone in their challenges and awakening. That doesn't mean you can take it from them. You can't take what they chose to learn. You can't do anyone else's energy work but your own. You doing your own work and then projecting that love into the world, the comfort, the peace that you can offer is a hugely powerful way to help. But you can't do it by doing someone else's work because it can't be done. So you're spinning your wheels, you're increasing the victimology mindset and keeping those people locked in that. When you offer them true help, and some of that is very physical, but then you continue that victim perspective. That's what welfare has done in the last 50 years. And Lyndon Johnson said it, that the most bigoted president there was. You put them on welfare, they'll vote for you forever. And when you control a class of people by making you their provider of life, they are being manipulated by you. This is why I have such an issue with that program as it is. It was meant to be a hand up, not a control mechanism, not a handout. All our systems need to be reworked so that people can regain a sense of self rather than a sense of being manipulated and controlled. And the last card that came up again, another youthful card. We've got three. We've got the child in reverse. We've got the youth that is setting out, resisting the way things have been, gaining their own perspective. And then this youth, looks like an adventure. He's got a buddy there also in reverse. And this is one of the cardinal cards. One of the major arcanas, I should say. The youth, embrace individuality, a new director, freedom from fear and doubts, a time of conflict and turmoil. Address your desires, freedom from conflict inside yourself. This is the time to let go of what everybody's telling you, what's going on. That's what this guy was about. It's like, I'm going to do it myself. I remember telling my dad, I was probably 15, and I don't even remember what the subject was. But he was trying to warn me against something. And I said, Dad, you're probably right. I'm going to have to figure it out for myself. That's what the youth is. And when you are attached, connected to your higher power, open, willing, ready, guide me, you are accessing your higher wisdom and things that you need to be able to see to shift in your life what needs to shift. So a very powerful message, pretty much a pointed message, maybe a smack on the face at times of, quit whining, get to work, find out where you stand in all of it, what your power is, start tapping into that and quit waiting for somebody else to rescue you. I think we're complete for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.